Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and you are watching TTV News from TayNinhTV radio and television station. And now we come into details. Ladies and gentlemen, the star of the news today will be an update on the situation of occurred by novel coronavirus and COVID, according to the source from the Ministry of Health. Update at 11 on February 8, 2020. In the world, there are 34,879 people were infected, 724 people dead, of which mainland China 722 cases, Philippines 1 case, Hong Kong, China 1 case, Vietnam 13 people infected with nCoV, including 2 Chinese father and son. 1 person has recovered and discharged from the hospital. 6 Vietnamese citizens have returned from Wuhan, China. 1 has recovered and left the hospital. 1 Vietnamese citizen is a receptionist who got close contact with 2 Chinese father and son. He has been discharged. 1 U.S. citizen came to Vietnam previously transiting in Wuhan, China. 1 contact with nCoV patient before. 2 cases, 1 mother, 1 sibling, and previous patient positive for nCoV. Treatment: 3 people were discharged from the hospital. Ladies and gentlemen, in the afternoon of February 6th, in 2020, the Steering Committee for Implementing Breakthrough Solutions to the Socio-Economic Development of the province in the 2017-2021 period met at the beginning of the year and discussed socio-economic development solutions in 2020. Present at the conference, there were Mr. Phạm Viết Thanh, member of the Central Party Committee, Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, Mr. Phạm Văn Tân, Deputy Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, Chairman of the Provincial People Committee, Mr. Nguyễn Thanh Tâm, Deputy Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, Chairman Provincial People Council, Vice Chairman Nguyễn Thanh Ngọc, Dương Văn Thắng, Trần Văn Chiến, leaders of the party committee and departments in the province. The conference listened to the leaders of 4 working groups implementing breakthrough solutions for socio-economic development of the province in the period of 2017-2021. Working reports in 2019, the implementation of remarkable projects in the field of tourism development, transport infrastructure, institutional restructuring work, industrial revolution of 4.0 and human resources development and agricultural development groups in the province since the beginning of 2020. The working group implements breakthrough solutions for socio-economic infrastructure development, especially transport infrastructure, focusing on speeding up feasibility project of Ho Chi Minh City Một Bài, Ho Chi Minh Road project in Trân Thành Đức Hòa session. In agricultural development solutions, the Agricultural Development Breakthrough Working Group said the 2020 plan of implementing the value chain scheme and agricultural cluster in the field of crop and husbandry. Chairman of Provincial People Council Nguyễn Thành Tâm and Chairman of Provincial People Committee Phạm Văn Tân also note that groups and leaders of department and agency need to explore, research, and propose breakthrough solutions. It is necessary to have specific policy and solutions for developing high-quality human resources, implementing the value chain project in agriculture and the land planning scheme in the period of 2020-2025. Conclusion of the conference, Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee Phạm Viết Thanh directed breakthrough working groups in the meantime streamline the apparatus and dynamically advising the Standing Committee of the Provincial Party Committee to have breakthrough solutions in local socio-economic development. At the same time, breakthrough teams need to make efforts to complete industrialized development projects and projects in agriculture, inviting investors to participate in the development of high-tech agriculture, product value chains, focusing on breakthrough solutions to attract strategic investors to participate in the planning, building socio-economic development projects in the localities. In the morning of February 7th, Mr. Nguyễn Thanh Ngọc, Vice Chairman of the Provincial People Committee, Deputy Head of the TayNinhTV Provincial Disease Prevention and Control Committee, had a meeting with the Provincial Military Command, the leaders of the Department of Health, and leaders of district and city for the implementation of isolated areas for those people and patients of acute respiratory by novel coronavirus. The Provincial People Committee and the provincial military command choose the remobilization training area in Camyang Commune, Goyao District. Tây Ninh Province is an isolated area for concentrated those people and patients with acute respiratory by coronavirus. The reception capacity of the isolation area is 300 people. At the meeting, the standing vice chairman of the Provincial People Committee entrusted the Department of Health to quickly equip essential equipment, specialized human resources in the isolation area. The work must be completed and can be used on February 10, 2020. Coordinate with the Provincial Military Command in elaborating the regulation on management of concentrated isolation areas. There is a separate area for foreigner and domestic residents, a Chinese area and another country area, a separate area for people from Wuhan, China. In isolation areas, if detecting patients, they shall be taken to Provincial General Hospital or the Tuberculosis and Lung Hospital of the Ninh Province for treatment. The Department of Health, Police, and Military recommend an emergency hospital to use when needed. Steering Committee of District and City need to strengthen coordination, consult directly with the Provincial Steering Committee when there is an urgent problem. In the afternoon of February 6, 2020, the People Committee of Bến Cầu District held an emergency meeting with 3 units of the Border Armed Forces, the Border Guard, the Police, the Military, and the President of the 9 People Committee of communes and towns in the district to implement urgent measures to prevent the occurrence of novel coronavirus, which many occur in the district. Up to February 7, 2020, Bến Cầu District has not detected any cases of deaths of occurred by new strain of coronavirus in the district. At the meeting, Mr. Phan Văn Hòa, Vice Chairman of Bến Cầu District People Committee, directed 3 border armed forces locality to strengthen the management, patrol, and supervise the border, resolutely prevent both internal and external moved by plastic driver who bring foreigners illegally into Vietnam by trains and in transits. Strictly controlling foreigners, local going to epidemic affected region, country where nCoV is affected, including the recruitment of troops in 2020. The district health sector people committee of 9 communes and towns focus on bringing disinfectants and actively equipped masks to prevent nCoV epidemic in places where crowded people. Consigning and receiving troops, mobilizing citizens and enlists in the army to ensure 100 of the broad targets. The total import-export turnover of the Ninh Province in the first month of 2020 reached $657 million compared to the same period in 2019, an increase of 25.5%. In particular, in the period near Lunar New Year, the year of the goods import activities of the province took place quite actively for the purpose of saving goods for Tet. In January 2020, the province had an export item with a turnover of over $10 million, of which textile and garment were estimated to reach nearly $173 million. Footwear of all kinds estimated at $35 million. Iron and steel products were estimated nearly $38 million. Vehicle and spare parts was estimated at nearly $54 million. Machinery, equipment, tools, and spare parts is estimated over $14 million. Regarding import turnover estimated at about $274 million, import focus mainly on improved material for production, which is a positive sign for production activities of 2020 in broad enterprise, domestic, and foreign businesses. In particular, import turnover of some key commodities that need to be increased compared to the previous month, such as fiber, textile fiber, an estimate at $25 million. Up 25%, textile and footwear materials and accessories were estimated at about $22 million, up 16.5%. Due to the impact of disease caused by novel coronavirus, farmers in many provinces and cities have difficulties in the production output such as watermelons and dragon fruit. On the morning of February 7, the Executive Committee of the Youth Union, in collaboration with the Women's Union of Long Thành Tru Commune, Hoa Thành District, organized a program to rescue watermelon for farmers. Watermelon was bought directly from farmers and resold at the original price of 5,000 Vietnam dong per kilogram, so it was only early in the morning after the program was held. Some people buy hundreds of kilograms. In the morning, more than 2 tons of watermelon were sold out. Before the epidemic situation, the union cooperated with the Commune Women's Union to organize rescue of watermelon, selling 4,000 per kilogram. Currently, watermelons are taken from Long. The union and the Women's Union for share at the original price without interest to actually support the farmers. Reportedly, on February 8th, the program to rescue watermelon for farmers of the Union and the Women's Union of Long Thành Tru will continue to implement with the next 3 tons of melons. Through the program, people are sure to actively support the farmers. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today TTV News. Thank you for being with us, and goodbye for now.